Once upon a time in a convenience store, a woman asked, "Which zero-calorie drink will I like more?" The cashier said, "I have a thought. Coke Zero Sugar always hits the spot." The taste made her heart fill with laughter, and with her Coke Zero Sugar, she lived happily ever after. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, unbelievably delicious.
No trip to the store is complete without the unbelievably delicious zero-calorie taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Pick some up at 7-Eleven today.
It is Saturday morning, and we've got 2 free picks for you from Joe Duffy's Picks, your only Grandmaster Handicapper in America. I know we normally talk about my picks, Joe Duffy's Picks, the anchor of OffshoreInsiders.com, but there's a couple services out there that actually been winning longer than I have. The Master Luck Line goes back to 1980 on the Score phones, the highest-rated plays and the highest-rated services, only in their highest-rated sports, and you usually get anywhere from $200 to $500, even $600 worth of plays for $16. The biggest plays and the biggest sports services, and you got the number 1 college football handicapper and number 1 NFL and college football combined, going back to the Score phone days. The guy, you knew him as the real Duke. He's got his non-conference 1 million star game of the year at 3:30 Eastern Time. And the hottest service, a service that's one of only a few services up at least 15 units each of the last 3 years, and they're already 6-0 this year. They've got a big portfolio up for today. And that includes the total on West Virginia, Tennessee, all that and more at OffshoreInsiders.com. Now, let's take a look at your first of your free winners for today. UMass and Boston College from Joe Duffy's Picks. UMass does have a game under their belt while it's the opener for Boston College, but the traditional thinking is, well, then you want to go with a team with 1 game under their belt because teams improve the most from week 1 to week 2 or game 1 to game 2. Except we look it up in the computer and that doesn't really hold up. In fact, under most circumstances, there's a advantage for a team playing in the first game because they're the ones that have game film to look at from this year. In the case of UMass, they can only look at game film from last year. So, again, people regurgitate cliches, but that's the magic of computer handicapping. You can actually test these theories. And in fact, I also found out one of the advantages is you can eliminate biases. A lot of us are dog players. Some people are favorite players. But now the computer tells you. Well, some may consider this a rivalry game, quote unquote. But, and by the way, that's another myth. In fact, big favorites in so-called rivalry games do well. Boston College has won soundly and covered all 3 meetings since 2011 with the smallest margin of victory, 19 points. Most of Boston College offense is back and their defense is always stout. And late in the game, yes, when Boston College has a big lead, which hopefully they will, they're too deep, has a lot of experience, so Boston College has that ability to run up the score. And they will. Boston College minus the 19. We've got another free winner coming up in just one moment. Well, me, the Grandmaster, the number 1 handicapper in the world, full-time handicapper since June 1st, 1988. So that's more than 30 years full-time plus. Worked in college for full-time during the summer before, so got a lot of full-time experience even before that. But 100% full-time professional gambler and handicapper since June 1st, 1988. Non-conference game of the year. It's on the marquee game, and it is on Michigan and Notre Dame. Among 2 college football wise guy plays, the other one goes at 3:30 Eastern Time. We got a Major League Baseball wise guy play among 3 winners as well in baseball. Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com, and let's get maybe a little bit better view of that entire screen there. But Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. Note, 17-6 finish of the NFL preseason. Ho-hum again. We've already accounted for those of you that either purchased a bunch of picks short-term during the preseason or maybe you missed out. Price has been reduced. Our full-season NFL package, lowest price that you're going to get before the season. And we even have NFL only. We'll be releasing NFL regular season picks probably on Monday, Labor Day. Have quite a few games that look like are going to be premium plays, and that's all at OffshoreInsiders.com. Another free winner, high-profile game, West Virginia at Tennessee. Jared Garantano and Keller Chris are listed as co-starters for UT. And remember, we keep saying it, one of the biggest myths in handicapping, a lot of people like to say, if you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterbacks. No. Too often, the reason you have two quarterbacks is because you have no quarterbacks. But the reason that Tennessee has two quarterbacks is because they actually have two good quarterbacks. Keller Christ is that graduate transfer, had a lot of success at Stanford. Most importantly, Jeremy Pruitt, a guy with a good resume, takes over an underachieving team here. And we do like underachieving teams that have underachieved, and especially when they get new life, which they have here. Tennessee actually had some pretty good recruiting classes under Butch Jones, hasn't lived up to their potential, and now they've got a new coach taking over. Yeah, I know that West Virginia generally gets off to those spectacular starts, and then they don't really hit a wall till week 5, week 6. But this is a case where a very undervalued Tennessee team could easily win this game outright. All right, we're going to try this. For some reason, our computer program was working a little bit wonky today. Let's see. So I went up putting on my clothes just in case I inadvertently show myself on camera. Well, there we did. That's not quite what I wanted, but, you know, what the heck. Anyway, yeah, that program's been working a little bit wonky. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I haven't appeared on camera so much, because I like to do all this stuff before I actually shower, but all right. Anyway, Stevie Vincent also 8-2 in football, get the NCAA side and over-under. Pro baseball, over-under threesome of his life. And that's at offshoreinsiders.com. Stevie Vincent, the top sports handicapper out there. By the way, a lot of you looking for sports books to bet on, bet with. I've got about a half dozen sports books at offshoreinsiders.com, thoroughly vetted. Now, when I say thoroughly vetted, from personal experience, I've got a ton of high roller, big time clients. I've sent them there. I get feedback from them. Also, been in this industry forever and a day. I know the principles at all these sports books. I know which ones are the pros. I know which ones are just bookmakers trying to make a quick buck. We only recommend good sports books that are run by actual business people. Again, been in this business 30 years, built up a fantastic reputation. I'm not going to throw it down the toilet by sending you to a piece of crap sports book. You're 100% assured of that. Visit offshoreinsiders.com, not only for the most proven handicappers, where I go back to the 1980s, where the Master Lock line goes back to 1980, and Stevie Vincent, less is more with him, but you also got the best offshore sports books, and these are also, there's only a couple legitimate watchdog sites out there, and these sports books have to be corroborated by the legitimate watchdog sites. It's all and more at offshoreinsiders.com.
Once upon a time in a convenience store, a woman asked, "Which zero-calorie drink will I like more?" The cashier said, "I have a thought. Coke Zero Sugar always hits the spot." The taste made her heart fill with laughter, and with her Coke Zero Sugar, she lived happily ever after. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, unbelievably delicious.
No trip to the store is complete without the unbelievably delicious zero-calorie taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Pick some up at 7-Eleven today.